Okay, so we are back and you have made it this far. Well done. That's amazing. Now, this is again the kind of the crux of the issue. This is chapter 2, the exercises of chapter 2. And again, like I gave the example, you go to the best doctor, you get the best medicine, you can be amazed, but if you do it, it will work. And I do this in my own life and it works very, very well. The first thing, and this was the basis of this chapter, is that you have to be positive. You have to be happy, really. Because if you're happy, you're going to cause God to be happy. You're going to cause your destiny to be happy. That's pretty important. And the way to be happy is two things. If you do these two things, you will be happy. Number one, be grateful for what you have. Number two, trust that things will get better. I can't imagine if anybody, any single person that is grateful for what they have and they trust that things will be better or get even better, or whatever problems they have, they trust in God and He'll make it better. How could that person worry? How could they not be happy? Now, for many of us, that's easier said than done. We have fear, we have worry, and really worry is the great killer. We're going to speak about worry and how to overcome worry in the next chapter. This chapter is more about some very simple but very powerful techniques to put yourself in a good space, and that God should help you. Number two, this is the second tip. Tip number 2 is called, it's a Jewish saying, it's called Tracht gut wird sein gut. Think positive and it will become positive. And this is based on a very, very deep concept, which is there are different spiritual realms. There's the realm of thought, which is basically where our realm comes from. Remember, we said God sort of thinks our world into existence. So thoughts are very, very powerful. There's a realm of speech. Speech is a lower realm, but it's also sort of connected to thoughts. Pretty important. And then there's the realm of action. Action is the lowest realm. It's like the physical. So all you need to do is to think or to say, God will help me. Why? Because just the words themselves, it's like code. You've put into that realm, which creates this realm, because this realm, remember we said, comes from letters. Now, if you're in a negative space and you're thinking negatively, that you're basically, unfortunately, attracting that negativity. So you don't even really have to get to the place, if you trusted 100% that things would be good. I write about this in another book. There was a time in my life that I actually translated. Amazing. This had a tremendous effect on me. It's called The Gateway to Trust. And just by having faith, if you have absolute faith in God that something will happen, I used to have faith that if I walk outside, it will stop raining. And it would stop raining for a year. When I really had that faith, we're talking about it was not even faith. It was like I knew, why would God make it rain on me? I was just in a tremendous, let's call it God high. But it really would stop raining. And so the point is that when you get into that realm, if you have that trust, it will work. But many of us, we're not in that space. So the point is, all you need to do is you have to inject the code into that space. You have to say, God will help. There's actually a story of a person who came to a great rabbi, and his son was deathly ill, unfortunately. And the rabbi said, Trach gut wird sein gut. Think positive will be positive. And so he left the room. He said, no, God's going to help. And his son miraculously got better. So just put in that positive energy. Tell yourself God's going to help and it will come right. Now there's an even easier thing to do. And again, it's super powerful. And that is, it's called Hashlech al Hashem Yehovcha v'hu yichalkalecha. Hand God your problem. Say to God, my dear Father, this is too much for me. I can't handle it. It's all yours. And if you do that, all you can do, you could even just do that. Just give him the problem. Then He'll take over.